Imagine landing in a brand new country, no credit score, and a dream of your own place, only to get ghosted by all the landlords you reach out to. Yeah, that was us. In today's video, we are going to share exactly how we found and rented our first apartment in Canada. With zero credit history and a very little time. Hi, I'm Choiti,
And I'm Pratik.
and this is 2 Cents Diaries, a channel where we help newcomers navigate life in Canada through real life stories, money tips, and everything in between. If you're a newcomer trying to figure out this wild rental game, we've got you. Let's get started.
Our first month in Canada. We landed in Toronto and stayed in an Airbnb, a small room with a mini fridge, shared kitchen, and just enough space to bump into each other every time one of us moved. The host was lovely, but we were craving our own space because that's what we are used to. A proper kitchen, a balcony, and a space where we can work without getting distracted. But we quickly realized finding an apartment in Canada is not like choosing your own seat in a flight. It's more like applying for a job, except the employer wants to see your entire financial life.
Choosing where to live. We knew one thing. We wouldn't be able to get a car right away because we don't have any license. But we're working on it, so stay tuned. We'll give you tips on that as well. That's why walkability and public transit were key. So, we chose Toronto. Tons of entertainment, access, and weekend trips to nearby cities. Here's a tip. Don't copy someone else's location. Ask yourself, do I have or need a car? Do I want quiet suburbs or lively downtown? And what's my budget versus must-haves? Remember, different people have different needs. So asking these questions will help you to figure out what you need.
That brings us to what kind of apartment we actually wanted. We both work from home, so having a separate space for working was a must-have for us. So that's why we decided to get a 1+ den unit. And since we'll be indoors all day, having a balcony felt like our own slice of nature. And spoiler alert, we found one that's perfect for us. Choiti actually decided to renovate our balcony to make it more cozy so that we can enjoy the summer. Watch the full video, linked here. It wasn't about luxury, it was about livability. We didn't need the fanciest place, but it should match our lifestyle. That's how we narrowed it down and started looking for our place.
Next, how we started our search. We hit the usual sites. Rentals.ca, condos.ca, but nobody was replying to our showing requests. We panicked. The Airbnb clock was ticking. We rented the Airbnb for 1 month and we didn't want to extend that. That's when a friend recommended a realtor, and that changed everything.
Working with a realtor. Our realtor listened to our needs and gave us listings that actually made sense. Bonus: realtors are free for renters. They get paid by the landlords. But always make sure to vibe check with them. If you are not comfortable with them, or you feel like they're not prioritizing you, feel free to look for someone else. You are not stuck with them.
The biggest problem was no credit score. Here's where things got tricky. We had no credit score. Not even low. It was 0. Even though we had a job and some cash in the bank, landlords were rejecting us faster than a bad Tinder bio. One even said, "Sorry, we need someone with established credit." Pro tip: start building your credit as soon as you land. If you need tips on how to build your credit score in Canada, we have a whole YouTube video on that. Link is in the description box below.
How we got approved anyway. We were tired of getting rejected left and right. We probably went for around 11 to 12 showings. So finally, our realtor suggested to offer a few months of extra rent. That was pretty difficult for us, but somehow we managed. We also decided to add a lot of documents with our application. These documents helped build a trust with the landlord. I'm going to tell you exactly which documents we submitted that helped our application. First, a copy of our passport and the confirmation of permanent residence. We did not have our PR card yet. So we decided to attach a copy of our COPR document to prove that we are here in Canada legally. Thankfully, we had a job offer. So we decided to add the job offer letter and our pay stubs as well. The next document is bank statements. It showed proof that we have some savings and we are not a flight risk. We also decided to add a proof of some funds back in our home country. Just in case we need some backup, the landlord would know that we have it. These documents, along with the extra months of rent, helped assure our landlord that we weren't a risk. Later, he told us our honesty and our documentation helped seal the deal.
Now comes rent control tip. We tried to find a rent controlled unit, but they are rare. Buildings built before 2018 are legally required to limit their rent increases, which is less than 2.5% a year. Newer ones, they can hike rent like it's Bitcoin in 2021. So, if you find a rent controlled unit, grab it like the last samosa at a party.
Final thoughts. Remember, you are not just trying to impress the landlord. You should also assess them. Meet with them, ask questions, and also check reviews. Always check reviews or maybe search in Reddit. We have a funny story actually. We almost finalized a unit near the harborfront in Toronto. After returning home from the showing, we decided to search for reviews in Reddit. And then we finally saw the horrific things that happened on that building. Probably you know which building I'm talking about. Yeah, that one. So do your own digging and then finally decide. If you found this video helpful, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to help this channel grow. In the next video, we are going to be talking about tenant insurance. It was required for applying for the lease of our unit here in Toronto. It also has some other benefits. We are going to be talking about that in full details in the next video. Stay tuned. In the meantime, if you are curious to know the best bank offers in Canada right now, watch this video. Until then, goodbye.